Okay, so let's get the CSV started. I'm gonna start in budget. This is my little calculator. In the init, I have some empty arrays. Instead of my empty arrays, I want these to be filled with the data from my CSV file. So whenever I make a new budget, it'll automatically load all the incomes and expenses. Does anybody remember the syntax?
And you're wanting to put it into a dictionary, correct?
I want to initialize instances of income and append them to this list.
With open?
With open.
And then open paren?
Open paren.
The file name in quotations? And then after the close parens, as CSV underscore file.
Or anything.
Colon, and then with indentation, CSV underscore reader equals CSV dot reader, open paren, CSV underscore file, close paren. And then next line is row or for row in CSV reader, colon, and then print row or whatever.
Okay.
Do you want to do it as like a dictionary?
Say again?
Do you want to do it like that?
Do I want to do it like this or as a dictionary? Good question. Either way. Let me see here. So if I want to initialize.
Have you imported CSV in the top?
I do need to do that. Oops. Let's just see what our print gives us for now. I'm going to put some driver code at the bottom. That should be enough for us. Oops, oh no. Did I make another set? No, they're still there. There's just one copy. Okay, so what was I doing? I was Pythoning budget. Sweet. So it printed each row. I do want a dig reader. For row and CSV reader. Print row. Okay, so I have an amount of 3,000 and a month of October 2019. Now I want to turn this income, this dictionary into an income. How can I do that?
I was having the same problem yesterday. This is right. I sat here. I didn't have like.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to initiate an income. But I'm going to need to import it. And I'm going to give it a dictionary with quargs. And I'm going to cast it into a normal dictionary. And I successfully made a and income. I'm going to append this to my incomes list. So for each row in the CSV reader, I got this ordered dictionary, cast it into a normal dictionary, use it as quarks for my income class. And that's why I wanted my CSV to directly mirror my class. Because now that I have this object, I'm sorry, this dictionary, let me just print this dictionary. Oh. I just got this dictionary. Amount is 3,000. Month is October 2019. Because my init method takes in an amount and a month, it knows to look for those keys. And it has those keys here. I can do the same thing with expenses. I'm just gonna copy the whole thing. Oops. With expenses. And now whenever I initialize budget, I should have these things. This might even break my test if I change this to September. It broke the test because we read this data in. Although I'm not going to chase the error for right now. We have this handy block of reading, but we haven't written yet. With set income, we're going to have to write. What else are we going to have to write with? Are we going to have to read again here and display monthly breakdown?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because you want to show a printout.
Want to show printout? Okay. In this case, if we want to read multiple times, we're going to want to refactor it into its own method. If you are going to reuse it,
Did you declare? Yeah, defect. Never mind. I'm sorry.
and here, I'll call it. And I can also call it anywhere else I need it. Let's just be gratuitous and update every time we do anything. Now let's create a runner finally. What should the greeting be?
Computer budget. Welcome to. Jump.
This is like a huge financial book.
So does it work? It does. What next?
So you
We want
create
some
a-
options.
Create a menu you have with options.
It's probably gonna be in a loop.
Yeah. Wow. Well, true.
Is exit a keyword?
It is.
Uh, while exit program equals false, we want to print a menu.
Do the mode thing that we did last time too.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's what are some options?
Add an expense or add an expense. Add an income. Display budget.
Let's display our wonderful. Okay, that's good enough. Or exit, right?
You do need to have a way to,
What's that?
I think you do need to have a way to exit the loop.
Yeah, we did. Press Command D or Control D. Print. And we need an input.
Yeah. Mode.
Okay.
You want to do string?
You're also helpful. I wouldn't have caught the string thing till later. Okay. What's next?
And then we get like so on.
Yeah, before we get to this, we want to instantiate a budget. So
Want to instantiate a budget.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So at the top. And does our budget take any value, values as a?
No, it doesn't instantiate with any arguments. If mod equals 1,
You can now make 4 lists.
Now we want to update the CSV file, right?
update.
If we're adding an expense.
Yes, we want to write to the CSV file here.
So we're going to need to open CS. We're going to need to have access to the CSV file
I'm going to try to do that in here
in budget.
since we already have this in here.
Right. So
We'll do that here. But we'll write this alongside.
okay.
So mode equals 1.
Right.
Budget. Maybe we want to get user input for what is
Right.
for the values of the field. And
But please enter something.
Oh, expense. So we want a user input of an amount and a month and a name and all that, right?
Yes.
was it? Month. Category. Now I'm going to make an expense. Is that in the right order? Because the order matters now because we're not using a dictionary. Yep. Okay.
Did we import from expense in this file?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see if it works. Name. Did we buy John?
$1 million.
Oh, 1 million. Yeah, that's his yearly salary.
Because that's 98 cents a bit in the import.
Yeah. Small leaks, big ships.
Yeah.
Okay, so this didn't actually do anything to
Because we created
the CSV. Let's make it do something, and we'll exit. Oh no, my exit doesn't even work.
Oh,
You didn't put logic in it to exit.
Oh. Can anybody tell me how I get out of something in the command line if I'm stuck?
Command B.
Control C or D. In that order, I'll try Control C. Control C works.
What's the difference between Control C and
Control D is what you use after Control C doesn't work.
Control D? So it's extra strength Control C.
If you want to know the technical terms for them, Control C is keyboard interrupt, and Control D is end of file. Where were we? I need to make a quit. Ah, thank you, Ethan. If mode equals 4, yay! Now we can quit. So let's go to budget and write our CSV. We just read from it. We edited what's in the instance, but we didn't record it to our CSV database. So budget knows about it, but our CSV doesn't.
So make another function read or write to CSV.
I think right now we only have 2 functions for expense and for income, and I think it might be different whether it's an expense or an income, right?
Since you're going to be writing multiple times, wouldn't you create another function, CSV writer?
I like to, thinking ahead is great. However, when it comes to refactoring code and pulling bits out that are repetitive, I tend to let the repetition tell me what to refactor out before I jump the gun. In this case, I already know that my methods need to be different just because of how I'm writing it. That'll become apparent, but let's say self and the object to write.
Might it also make sense to have both our incomes and our expenses have a class method to both read and write?
That would be one way to do it. I like that. I like how that sounds. To have the income and the expenses have their own class method to read and write to CSV. It would take me about a half hour to rewrite rewrite it to that, but that sounds nice. Just because it's something, there's something called technical debt as well with software development. If you leave a lot of things for later and you leave your code very messy and you don't refactor ever, you don't choose your variable names well, and you just say let x plus y equals z, and nobody knows what those things are. And that's called technical debt, because later on it comes back to bite you, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, and you have no idea because it's so jumbled. That's where thinking ahead helps a little bit, but also just cleaning up after yourself as you go. And okay, let's write instead of read. How do I do this? I just copied this here. It's just the exact same. It's a little different. I need a mode here.
But yeah, by CSV there, you're gonna put W.
I'm gonna put. I could put W. W would overwrite everything.
Oh, A.
A would append to the end. So
You also want a new line too, right?
Figure out what's already in there and only append the new things. So that depends. Either one is a valid design decision. It depends on from where we are calling our write function.
So it'll depend on what we want.
Either one
Hint,
is a
if you're
valid-
updating something, you might not want to use append. But for our case here, we're just making it as simple as possible. We're just adding one. We're not updating one. So I'm going to append, and instead of reader, I'm going to write. And I don't really remember the syntax for this, so I was going to bring you to a Chrome. So I'm just going to look back at our CSV intro, and it says that for row and it says, oh, I need field names. So the dict writer knows which fields to put. And this is where it kind of matters whether we have incomes or expenses. If we have incomes, it's just going to be amount and months. Let's do expense. I'm going to have name, amount, category. And these are each going to have quotation marks. And dict writer, I'm going to say expense writer. For row in, and then do you remember what you write here? Do we do by row?
No, because you're only writing one thing. So
I'm only writing
you
one
don't need to iterate.
I don't need to iterate.
mode is A, you're just depending on the end. So now you want to break apart your thing to write into.
I'm just appending to the end one thing.
Right.
Okay. Expense writer dot write row. This was in the README from before. And I just give it an object. And it's gonna be name. What's here? I need to access what we passed. Since we know now that it's just an expense, I'm gonna move this into this method, and we have expense, and it will be just expense.name, etc., etc. Name, amount. Now the order doesn't really matter anymore. So that's nice. So we have a dictionary. And with that, I think we have the ability to add display monthly breakdown. Let's see if it all works. If mode, I'm gonna do elifs. It would make me dizzy trying to figure out what happened if if I just use ifs. So for 2, what do I write here? Add an income, or add an income.
Enter, or basically, with two inputs and call your.
And then is that the right order? No. Thank you. Okay. And then if it's 3, you just display the monthly breakdown. That should be simpler. For now, it's just that
Now we just need to write that function.
to make it prettier. But for right now, we'll just print it. So I'm going to look at my expenses CSV and make sure it changes when we add one. Enter expense name. Somebody give me an expense name.
IKEA.
Rent. Rent is the big one.
1250.
1250. The month.
The same code for
The category.
Living, wasn't it?
Living. There it is.
Oh.
We have that. Do we have the income?
No, we didn't write the code to add income.
Oh, we didn't write the code for that yet. it's okay. Let's display the monthly breakdown if we manually uh-oh. We didn't pass it the month in the runner. And
So runner, didn't,
oh, we need to just give it the month.
so let's just manually give it the month. Or
Mm.
month equals input enter month. Yeah. And
Mm. Uh-oh. This is the error we saw before when we blew up our test. Could not convert string to float.
34.34.
This here, look, it's a point, there's 2 decimals. Why is that? Why is this?
Because the number's showing up twice on there.
Oh my goodness, it is the number twice. Why is that? This number twice. Let's dig to the bottom of this and then we'll move on to today's stuff. So we have line 50 in budget. This long nasty line. For this is why you should, this is called the technical debt. Remember before I said, this is terrible. We're not even using key. I'm not even sure if this is working the way I think it does. Because I thought it was working, I just left it like that. Instead of cleaning it up. Now it's back. So how do I iterate through a dictionary?
For key and output, value equals output bracket key. And then we'll have key and values. So value equals output bracket key. Well, in this case, we want to do float output bracket key. So we want to be able to use it as a float, and then we want to convert it inside of our long nasty equation.
So I want value here?
Yep.
You can put the float in.
I was saying put the float at it when we assign value, so that we don't have to make line 51 longer.
Yes, we want to make lines shorter. That looks a lot nicer. So I'm rounding. Uh-oh, again. Huh? Oh, this was part of the prompt. And then this was my input. It's okay, this isn't concerning me too much.
Because we're tacking together strings above.
Over here?
Because we're adding an expense amount and then.
Oh no, we're concatenating instead of adding numbers.
Yeah. So
This is
we're
why.
keeping it as Yep. Well, and that one needs a float there too.
Does this work? Can't assign. Oh wait, this isn't right. Is it?
That's right.
That's expense. Ooh. I think we did it. Hooray. Okay. So that's budget. And today we're gonna be, where's my Chrome?
Are those some percentages?
Hmm?
It doesn't equal.
It doesn't equal.
No, it's like if you look at it, it's like 1.2, then it's like 93.4,
How
and then
much do we
6.7.
spend and what's our monthly?
Our monthly
Our monthly's $5.
is 3,000.
And we're spending $2,800 at Walmart plus $1,250 on rent, so we've
Exceeded our monthly income. We're in debt
So we're
for the
just putting
month.
stuff on our credit card now,
It
but that's an entirely different problem
Yeah.
outside the scope of
should
our
display
budget.
interest too.
John with his bad habits. I was John in the program. Financial habits.
Yeah, that's why
There
we
it
need to
is.
get somebody to help us manage the budget, it's gonna be weeks.
Oh,
Well, it takes time to develop good budgeting habits.
Takes painful life mistakes.
Been there, done that.
today's lecture is very short. This info is very short. We're gonna have school interface 3, where you're gonna continue to manipulate CSVs and work with object orientation. And we have bank accounts. You can see that it's another open-ended challenge. We have some CSVs already, but that's all we have. You're going to design your own class and the methods. TDD, again, will really help you with this process. So read your requirements carefully and pseudocode out your classes. School Interface 3 is another guided challenge. Just working towards what we did today with a command line interface and CSV. But you're still gonna have to learn a lot of object orientation. Today's new stuff is just modules. This is another way to organize your code. We have 2 files here, file 1 and file 2. Let's go ahead and make them. I can get there.
More.
Control C. May touch file 1, file 2. I want PY. And I'm gonna replace this window with this directory. So I only have these 2 files. They both blank. Since I have all this space, I'll look at them at the same time. And I'm going to just say hello, just hello world. In file 1. Uh-oh. I didn't invoke it. It's fine. We know it works. Gosh. File 2. Here on line 1, I've imported file 1. I rewrote that on line 2. I don't really need this as anything. I can call this poop again if you like. And the whole file is now this variable. And this method inside it, when I invoke it, it'll bring it in. And that's really nice. It's really pretty. You can organize your code better this way. If you find that you have a lot of helper methods that you need that you can't really decide where they should go, but multiple files need them, you can just put them in one file and have refer, name it well. Don't just say anything, but decide a good name and just have this basket of methods to use. And that's called a module.
It's called a module, and that's what we're doing when we're importing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you have a class object as your, if you have a class object in your file and you want to use the methods within the class object,
Let's see.
you do the same thing, right?
A class? Not sure. Classes usually have their own files. So
Oh, okay.
you generally will have a class have its own file called the class name.
So you import file 1 as the class name, right? It's in the
Yeah,
It's in that
we'll be
file.
importing classes the way we did before.
right.
A class won't generally live inside a module. It'll be in its own thing, but we can check to see if it works. Oh, no, I don't need this. Anything got car dot home. Let's see. Yay! But generally,
You know.
don't stick a class in a module. Have a class have its own file.
Oh, okay. So, and at that point, it's not a module. A module is just like a storage of different methods.
It's like a plug and play thing. Oh, I need this random thing in all these different places. I'm gonna keep it in a module
Sure.
and reference the module. This little toolbox. That's all the new material for today.
Nice.
Bank accounts. We haven't gone over bank accounts. Oh, we did. All right, get to work. Anybody have any questions?
It's Thursday, so paired mandatory.
It is pairing mandatory today.
And after the first one, we get started.